And fall in, my fellow scout troopers, to a third day's Reforged 4v4 battle replay today on the grassy plains. Today's replay comes from Celtic. Before we get started with the army comps, guys, if you want to send me through your own total replay from any mod as well, there are 4 links for you guys to send me a replay through. You'll find it in the video description below. They are, of course, my email, scoutsoventertainment@gmail.com. You can post it to me directly on Discord. You can join my Discord server, Scout Reconnaissance, and post it there. Or you can simply tag me in the replay you post on most Discord servers as well. And with that, let's get started with the army comps. And Celtic here is commanding the Orcs of the Misty Mountains, who has some goblin infantry out front. This is just maybe his giant wall of goblins, you know, like the Great Wall of China. Here got the Great Wall of Goblins. These guys' job is to probably intercept cavalry charges on the mangonels in this case. And so, well, that'll work once or twice, but the cavalry should have no problem tearing through that. But it'll slow them down, and that's the idea probably. We have here some, as I said, 2 Orc mangonels, some snow trolls. We have here some warg skirmishers, warg riders here, 2 units, cave trolls 2 units, bogs champions, drake broodlings, warg riders again, 2 units there, and warg skirmishers for an absolute crap ton of wargs. I've never seen so many wargs brought to a battle in my life from one player. Anyway, we have his ally here, Safi, who's commanding Dorwinian. G'day, Safi. It's been ages since I've seen you in battle. We've got here some Evelyn Vanguard here, 2 units. Some Moquindi Glade Lords. We've got here some Moquindi Pikes, 2 units there. Evelyn Infantry, looks to be 2 units there as well. We got here some Moquindi Bows, 2 by 2, eh? And well, I think there's actually more to it than that. We've got some Hammerguard here as well. Yeah, that army seems a bit too small. Keep our eye, of course, for Nendor Glade Guard as well. Next we have Thick D, who's got some Angmar Marauders out front, 2 units there. Some Witchron Blackguard, some Witchron Hammerguard. We got Trolls of Angmar, Good and Bad Guard, 2 units there. And some Guardians of Karen Doom, about 3 units here are Guardians. And 2 units of Witchron Pikemen. Just double checking to see whether or not. I thought I saw Blackwatch Legion, but I guess I'm just seeing things. Now, if he has witches in here, then something definitely to watch out for. Just trying to make sure I didn't miss them. I didn't see them in that pass. I really don't know. I just don't know. Come back to them later. So I'm actually seeing a lot of veterans Reforged here. Maybe they don't like siege battles. I don't know. Next we have Mac. Everyone knows Mac. We've got East Commanding Rohan here. We've got some Riddermark Archers, some Westmark Spearmen, some Eastmark Axemen, more Eastmark Spearmen, Shieldmans of Rohan, Westmark Infantry, Sons of Earl, and First Marshal's Bodyguard. Really, Rohan brings the cav, always brings the cav. They are a cavalry faction, first and foremost. We have Riders of the Fold here, Shields of Eckebrand, and Riders of the Fold, or missile cav units, guys, archers. We've got some Air of Valberg here, and some Riddermark Cavalry. Probably to act as cannon fodder. Next we have Harad, and Harad is commanded by FFA Muffins, a famous veteran of Reforged, and a winner of a few tournaments, I think. Next we have here some Haradrim Archers, couple units of them. We got some Black Serpents, Mulad Beastmasters, the Mumakil, of course, some Serpent Guard, and some Mulhard Warriors, and some Beast Tamers, 3 units or so in that line there. We've got some Demons of the Desert hidden in amongst them. We've got some Champions of Nafrat embedded in there as well. I don't see any Trollmen of Harad. Worth keeping an eye out for. Haradrim Spearmen looks to be 2-3 units of them or so. And that is it. So far, guys, I'm seeing a lot of experienced players. This should be a pretty good match. We've got some Cardinal. We've got Carlin here, commanded by Buzzard. Everyone knows Buzzard. We've got here Greenway Garrison Archers, 2 units there out front. Greenway Garrison Spearmen. And that's actually just 1 unit spread out all the way, it would seem. We've got here some Minhereth Men at Arms, some Greenway Garrison Footmen. We've got some Wardens of Turn Gotthard, Minhereth Men at Arms once again, Minhereth Sharpshooters as well, Greenway Garrison Footmen, Minhereth Men at Arms, and Greenway Garrison Spearmen. Some Mantaran Gatekeepers, Tharbad Riders, Minhereth Spearmen again, 2 units or so, Hearthguard of Almansul, Royal Court of House Dorandor, and Mercenary Cavalry. Wrong way. Next we have Mladoris, commanded by Witch King. Got some archers Rivendell here, out front. 2 units there, armoured up. some Norrentino warriors, 2 units. He's got 2 archer units out front, but stakes are protecting their front lines, so you know this should be okay. We've got some elderly spearmen, 2 units or so. These guys here can charge to protect the flanks at a moment's notice. Some swords of Rivendell here. About, holy smokes, he bought 6 units of them. Actually 5. Still, that's crazy to see 5 units of them. They're all armoured too, but cavalry will tear them apart, so hopefully he knows what he's doing and moves up his army in a way that he can protect his rear and his flanks from cavalry charges, because swords of Rivendell won't last long, especially if the wargs over there get into them. But that's up to the Great Rochudor and the Matter Sentinels to protect them. That's a lot of responsibility for 3 cavalry, because we've got another unit of Sentinels over here as well. So best of luck here to the Witch King. And finally we have Rune, commanded by the Wolf Pack. We've got some Varag mercenaries here, 2 units of them. Eastron Hunters, light archers there, 2 units. Loki Inarstrium, 2 units, and Eastron Horse Guard, armoured up it would seem. Eastron Guard over here, again armoured. Looks like all the armour upgrades have been applied where applicable. But I don't know if you can actually armour the Eastron Hunters. We've got here Loke Gamprim, 3 units of them. Loke Flagrim, about 3 units or so of them. Makes sense, usually see that. Some Eastron Crossbows, half armoured, got the silver helms on their heads, 2 units of them. And the Dragon's Wrath Crossbows. So without further ado guys, let's get this battle started. Enjoy! Now, I'm probably going to have to go very slow at some points to watch every single battle, because I imagine once this gets going it's going to be complete and utter bedlam. We've got the mangonels firing. What targets do you go for? Well, actually, unfortunately for the Wolf Pack, ooh, this is not bad, not a bad effort. Oh, he tried and he succeeded actually. He took out a huge chunk of the Dragon's Wrath crossbows. And why the hell can't I get a shot like that when I use the bloody mangonel? That's just not fair there, Celtic. No wonder you sent this to me. Lucky bastard. Because the mangonel fires the barrels in pretty much a wild direction. The fact that he scored such good hits on his first salvo is just nuts. Mangonel is tearing his army apart. Jeez. Wolfpack, scramble man. Looks like a scrambling, but too slow. Way too slow. I don't know where the Eastron Guard is going. But given that Celtic has a sizable cavalry force, it is probably in Rune's best interest to establish a perimeter, which is what he's doing. He's going to try and put spears on his flanks to his rear and make sure the front, of course, is covered. And probably just wait for Celtic to try and come to him. Because, unfortunately, well, Rune doesn't have to move up. But, oh jeez, over here. We're going to have to come back and see what happened there, because the Milmakill's already on the move. We've got a massive carnage on the battlefield here, so yeah, we'll just come back to this. Alright, peoples, the Rohan battle is underway. Got the missile cap moving forward. They're going to open fire any second. There you go. They've targeted the Black Serpents. That probably wasn't the wisest move on FFA Muffin's part. It's mainly because he has to charge after Missile Cav, and Missile Cav will just run away and shoot you behind their backs. I mean, you can see all the cav that's falling here. But you're probably asking yourselves, well, what more can Muffins do here? Well, unfortunately, not much. When you're trying to taste that Missile Cav, it ain't the easiest thing in the world. Now, what Muffins does have going for him is the Mummakill. They are shooting arrows into the cavalry, and nothing kills, I think, horse cavalry faster than Mummakill. Max pulling out his melee troops, his melee cav. Yeah, let's just slow things down. We've got lots of stuff happening here. We've got Sons of the Earl and Rise of the Fold over there. Looks like Microwing's hurting Mac a bit. We've done a lot of damage here to the Mummakill. We've got one fallen. These guys broken? No, they're just shaken. We got here some camels. Yeah, we do have some camels. Blue beasts there throwing their javelins into the cavalry. The heir of Alberg running away from the Black Serpents. Yeah, he's just trying to lure him closer to the red shield of Ekabrand. I think. The red shield's running around, they're supposedly firing at somebody. Okay, they're firing into the camels coming their way. No, scratch that, they're targeting the Mumikil. Now they're targeting the Black Serpents. Down to 26. You should start to see them fall a bit faster soon. They've taken a bit of damage up until this point. Buzzard's sending any Starbad riders into the Sons of the Earl. This should go Rohan's way. Both sides getting pretty bloodied up. Sons of the Earl killed almost 20 of them. I don't know if that was a single horse. I'm just seeing dead Darbad riders. Not bad. So this is actually pretty good that everyone's sort of waiting to see what happens over here on the right flank. So they're trying to target the javelins. Servant guards coming in, but Sons of the Earth have them dialed in. Didn't get a good charge on him. A little bit of friendly fire. Muffin's trying to save the last of his cavalry. Not a bad effort there from Muffins. He took out a number of Mac's cavalry, but Mac still has his best units in play. And these are really strange formations that we're seeing here. Good news is I can go back to normal speed because we're a ways off from finding out what's going to happen next. I don't know if we're going to be entering a long skirmish phase considering the frames we have. Celtic's just waiting for the right moment to pounce. Sentinel's moving up, and he's moving up because we've got some Angmar Marauders here. We have some spears behind them, but not too close. Okay, we've got the Witch King here thinking, I'm going to kill the Mangonel, it's mine, and then he's going to run into the goblins and think, oh, well, these are still kills, they count. So we've got some javelins, we've got some walk skirmishes here. Mangonel's reforming. Snow Trolls, don't do it, Celtic. Come on, Rochador will tear him up. Sentinels will also do damage to the Snow Trolls. You don't really want to charge Trolls into cavalry. That's sort of playing into the Cav's hands, especially if they're medium to heavy shock Cav, like these guys. Now, the Wargs there had him pinned. That was a nice charge there from the Warg skirmishers, throwing their javelins while charging into the Sentinels. And then followed up by the Snow Trolls. Not bad, but now he's got to get out of there. He's bunched up his forces too much. Sentinel's broken. Let's head over here. He's got to slow it down again. Trying to see what Muffins is up to. He's determined to kill, well, crappy cavalry. Safi's just sort of combining his forces there with Mac. They're just trying to harass Muffins' army. He's a long way off from engaging. The Swords are in doubt here. They're charging into the Angmar Marauders. LW Spearman there is getting pretty darn close. I think the Mangonel was trying to shoot point blank into the LW Spearman. It just didn't work out for him. Big D trying to provide some assistance, keep the Witch King off his back. Safi looks like he's going to charge into the Swords Rivendell there. And the Mukundi Glade Lords have charged into him. That's the unit you want to charge into it. Swords Rivendell there, 133, so it took about 40 of them. Glade Lords have charged into that unit. That's fresh, that's nicely densely packed. Nice cap charge on these guys. You're looking at some nice kills. Down 62 here. Quinny Bows firing into some reinforcements. But the Drake Broodling's moving in as well, so everything's sort of happening over here. It's a hodgepodge of various engagements happening at multiple points. There's no real line established. And we've got Witcher Fire too, so he did bring the witches after all. Sneaky bugger. Wiped out most of them. Where the hell are they? I'm blind, I didn't see him. Where are you? Well, they had to move with the Angmar army. That's the only thing I can safely assume. There they are. Jeez, you maybe worked for it, didn't you, D? Bloody hell. The battle's really heating up now. 50% of the way through. Snow Troll's charging in once again. Should fare well. These are light troops, really. Eastern Guard, though, will complicate things. Nice shot. And it didn't kill a single troll. How is that possible? Dragoons running around causing chaos. Who are they going to try and harass now? Some unsuspecting elves caught out. They're broken. We've got to move on to the next target. Buzzard! Buzzard is not moving up, neither is Muffins. Their allies are getting hammered here. You got Celtic's alliance really working together, trying to take on. Well, right now it's 3-on-2 here. The other army is sort of hanging back. They're moving in now, but it might be too late. I mean, we've got Celtic assaulting various points of the line here. Putting marking like crazy. He's just walking those guys in there. He's trying to smother the Loki Inas Rim before they can mount an effective counter-attack. We've got the Wolfpack here trying to fend off Angmar. And he's trying to fend off a huge troll engagement. We've got maybe 2 units here of cave trolls, snow trolls. Trolls are good to bad. Trolls of Angmar are about to move in now as well. Again, Godhelm and you are being targeted by the witches. That's not the worst thing in the world. Largely because, you know, Godhelm is spread out, and so for him to use his ammo on them, he's not looking at getting too many kills, then he's using his ammunition. So, you know, as long as they're sustaining minimal casualties to the witches, I think they're pretty happy. The volley from the witches into the Loke Flag Rim here wouldn't be too good for them. Trolls of Angmar here charging into the Godhelm Menuar. So that's who they're charging into. Witch King and Wolfpack are being just picked apart here. We got, as I said, the Orcs Missing Mountains, we have Angmar, and we've also got Dorwinian to a degree over here. Just sort of harassing the enemy to no end. Coming at them from multiple angles. Just putting too much strain on their micro abilities. They really prevented Wolfpack from setting up a proper defense. As soon as the attack began, everything sort of just fell apart. All the formations Rue had set up just dissolved before our eyes. And you know, Amaris tried to charge forth, but the cavalry of Buzzard and Safi and the witches just really just delivered a knockout punch to those two, and then things went downhill from there. Buzzard there getting a good charge. Maybe too little too late. I don't know how you defend off against that many trolls.
We've captured the enemy's general. That will teach the cowardly dog to turn tail and run.
Okay, so Rune's general is dead. Maris' general is dead. Wolfpack still has the Dragon's Wrath crossbows. Now the Witches of Angmar here too. Obviously out of ammunition. Mercenary cavalry must have come back to the battle and Buzzard just forgot about him. Wolfpack's got to retreat those guys behind friendly forces, behind friendly spears, anything that can protect them. Grenadier Gas and Spearmen, they're sort of acted as a sacrificial delaying unit. The army of trolls here broke them pretty quickly. And they thought the trolls of Angmar were bad. Wait until these guys charge into them. I really want to see a mass troll charge. Oh well. The hammer guy moving in. Buzzard is already screwed here. Underside then even more. Well, these wardens are faring pretty well. Seldom Ripper Patrol here from Safi. It was almost broken. Then we killed. Well, actually doing a nice job there on Mac's forces. Almost actually got rid of him. Muffins' force is still alive. Just trying to get some kills there, I guess. I'm not seeing any champions of Nafarat anywhere. But you got Buzzard's lines here kind of falling apart. Looks like Savage is trying to force his way through so he can pick apart the wardens.
The enemy force remains.
Being that aggressive seems to be paying off. Bandits are broken. Grand Garrison archers firing feudally into wargs. Not even sure that's a word.
Only half the enemy force remains.
I'm not too sure whose general that was. Yeah, champions are fighting. Don't know where the demons of the desert are. Jeez, even want to slow down the battle. It's just a lot to cover.
Captured the enemy's general. Guard him well and make it so he can see us defeat the rest of his army.
They might have actually picked apart the entire force now. I think they've killed all 4 enemy generals. They're all converging on the one food source like locusts. And that's Muffin's here today. He's the last meal. And we got all 4 armies just moving in to devour him. The Mangonels seem to have thrown the wolf pack. Witch King charging forth. Might have looked like a good idea at first, but well, Thick D had other plans installed for him. And turned that strategy into instant regret. So it just seemed like Wolfpack's team was not as aggressive when they should have been, and then too aggressive when they shouldn't have been. When they shouldn't be. Craig Breathing's still alive. Okay, it looks like no, we have 3 enemy generals dead, 1 friendly general fallen. The last general to die, of course, is Muffins' general. Alright, final score was around 55 to 97. And that is it, a heroic victory. So Celtic there, 17-11, Safi 14-15, Thick D 13-18, and Mac 1066. FFA Muffins there, 15-26, Buzzard 15-56, Witch King 441, and Wolfpack 399. So unlucky there to those 3 guys. Bulks Champions here 107, Warg Riders here, 2 units getting over 200 kills, 255, 210 and 133, so the Warg Riders today did very well. Far better than Bulks Champions somehow. Snow Trolls here, very commendable effort, 196, Cave Trolls here 147 to 108, and the Mangonels here 126 to 202. Mangonels did phenomenal today. And that is it. So, thank you Celtic for sending me the replay. I know I missed a lot there in that battle. There was only so much I could cover at once. I would have liked to have seen, I reckon, the Witcher Wallies when they first started, and the Demons of the Desert. I'm sure they did well if Muffins got that many kills. The Mumlakill definitely played a big part in that. I imagine the Mumlakill would have gotten a lot of kills, seeing how many troops we saw them take down, including Max Cavalry. So, nice job there to the Mumlakill. Unlucky there, the Witch King and the Wolf Pack, but live and learn. Obviously, we're facing off against an army like Angmar or pretty much any army. Elves guys are famous for their archers, and I noticed from experience of being on the receiving end of it, especially from my last tournament match against Buzzard, who bought a crap ton of archers from memory. He basically just wore me down with his archers, and that's what the Witch King probably should have done with his archers instead of just charging in. It looked tempting, I suppose, to charge into Thick D, but you got to make sure your opponent doesn't have witches. And unfortunately, when he charged in, he got attacked by Celtic and Safi from both sides. Wolfpack was also being constantly harassed by the Orc Mangonel, so he was trying to fight that and also trying to deter and push Celtic's cavalry back as well. He was overwhelmed by Cav, he was overwhelmed by the artillery, and basically Safi and Dick D took it from there and just swamped those two. So, the whole Celtic alliance there worked very well together. There was a bit of miscommunication with Muffins' team. I say Muffins because he's just at the top of the list there, so no responsibility. But there was just times when players of that team were in trouble, and Muffins and Buzzard in particular just seem to be holding themselves back for now. Muffins is probably saying be patient, maybe his allies charged in against his wishes, I'm not sure. But it seemed like we had multiple strategies competing on Muffins' team, whereas it seemed more cohesive on Celtic's side of things, with the way they move with each other. So I suppose it's just food for thought for you guys when you're battling with your own teammates in the future. Try and keep your teammates apprised of what's happening. Ask if they need support. Tell them you might need support. See what your enemy's doing sometimes and move to counter. And if you see a weakness, tell your teammates that you're thinking of charging in or you're thinking of attacking, so they know what you're doing and maybe can move in support to plug up any weaknesses that might appear if you charge forth. Try and cover your bases when you attack and try to cover your asses when you retreat. Thank you to Celtic for sending me the replay, of course. That was chaotic and probably a lot of fun to play. If you want to see your own replay featured here on this channel, guys, you know what to do. There are 4 links in the video description below for you guys to send me through your total replays. Look forward to hearing from you soon. This is Micka from Scouts of Entertainment. Fall out, my fellow Scout Troopers, and catch you all in the next Total War battle.